Bro, it's because
110.
it's because
I thought you were broke.
stay there, you dope man. Arsenal can get 100 points this season. Now we do that, it's gonna score. That's what happened.
Fabrizio, it does not work for Chelsea. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Emerald Pitch Talk. It's your favorite Irish boys. It's your boy Tobes. I'm here with my partner in crime. I can't even speak. Wow. In crime, Clemmy. How you doing, my bro? How you doing, my bro?
I'm doing good, ish.
It's been a little while. We have some interesting topics to get into it today with you guys. We're going to be speaking about the Caicedo deal. Clemmy has a lot to talk about on that one because he's been going through all types of emotions for the past 2-3 days.
Stop, it's actually ridiculous. Like when they just saw it out already.
And then
God.
Premier League is back.
Look,
It's
that's the main
finally
thing.
back.
That's the main thing.
None of this Love Island bullshit no more.
I don't have to see people tweeting about flipping whoever
Pull-
the Islanders were this year.
Pull each other for chats every 2 seconds, even though I only know you like 2 days. You know that one's there.
Oh, stop, but there's actually normalcy back again.
You know that one. So we're gonna do a little bit of a weekly, not a weekly roundup, but a little roundup.
The Premier League games just
from the Friday and Saturday games. But before we get into all that, guys, please like, comment, subscribe, do all that great stuff. That will really help us in the long run. If you're liking the content, if you're enjoying it, please like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff.
It's free. Do you know? It doesn't cost you a thing.
It does not cost you nothing. Absolutely nothing. Well, yeah. Clemmy. Caicedo.
This fella.
Moses.
I don't know how to pronounce this fella's name, but look, it is what it is, man. Oh,
Chat to me, my bro. How you feeling about that?
bro, like, you know, the thing is, like, 90% of me but has a feeling he's going to Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, because there's not been any official bids, and I'm seeing top journalists, I'm seeing Fabrizio saying 2 days ago.
Let me cut you off for 1 second.
Go on.
When you woke up, what was it, like Friday morning, and you seen that Liverpool
Put in a
110 million pound bid out of nowhere. Broski, you know when I woke up, I seen that on Twitter, when I checked my Twitter, I had to, I first went to pee, came back, brushed my teeth, looked at my phone again, I said, nah. So I had a shower, came back, and it was still there. I said, these lot actually put 110 million pounds.
Bro, it's because
110.
It's because
I thought you were broke.
So did I. Oh, bro, you never see the video I put up. But the thing was right.
Oh yeah, follow TikTok as well, guys. You know what I'm saying? We have some great content coming up across all there.
Social media platforms.
If you want Clemmy's full honest opinion on the Caicedo deal and the whole FSG we have a great TikTok over there. Go check it out.
But because first when I was seeing reports that we're gonna make contact. And I was seeing obviously all the Liverpool tour pages they're doing, like the contact is like, you know, people diving after they just do this. Because it was like, we're not spending 100 million on a player. Because if we were willing to do that, why the hell did we not get Jude Bellingham? So I'm like, okay, I'm not even paying attention to this. I'm like, whatever. We're gonna ask him, can we buy him? He's gonna say no, or we're not gonna have the money, or we're gonna try to offer them something stupid like 70 million. Even though Chelsea already offered them something like that and they said no. So I'm like, why even waste on the time? Just pay the 50.
You know the funny thing is, at the start of the saga, Brighton first said they wanted 80, and then Chelsea put in 60. But when it was awesome, we were trying to bid for Declan Rice, and then the Hammers were saying they want like 100 mil, and we bid like 80 plus 5 mil add-ons. They were trying to say that was an embarrassing bid, but not a word or a mention when Chelsea did it. That's just my only tidbit. I just want to say.
I mean, look, different clubs have different mentalities.
Different strokes for different. That's cool. Say less.
You know what I mean? But I was seeing that and I was just like, okay, we're not going to do anything about this or whatever. I'm not going to invest anything into this. Just pay the 50 for Lavia and then get a centre-back and then we can try see where we can move from there.
Yep.
Then it was like 2-3 in the morning. I just see breaking at the flashlight. I said, what's going on? Liverpool agreed terms with Brighton for 110 British record. I said, ain't no way, chum. I was literally on Twitter all day. I said, nah, this is not real. This is a dream. This is not real. I was staying up until like 4, just kept refreshing. So I'm checking. I'm like, okay, no, somebody's Chelsea are going to put in a bid or something. Like, I'm checking. It's like, yeah, he's going to Liverpool. Yeah, sign, everything's done. Medical's going to be done tonight. Or not tonight, but like that day because it's like 3 in the morning. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, because I swear they had the medical book for the same day that was agreed, no?
Yeah, that's what I seen anyways. So I was like, okay. Go to bed around 4 in the morning, right? Cool, whatever. I stayed up late just looking at this. I was getting gassed. I was watching Caicedo videos, but then I was watching Lavia videos.
You were watching the whole comp,
bro, everything. Because I've been watching Pythagoras' boost. Shout out to him. But like he does like kind of in-depth videos about the players. Even though I've already watched the Caicedo one time ago.
See, I like to watch Statman Dave. Shout out to Statman Dave.
I watch him as well. But it's just like I don't know. I just go to him because I don't know who he supports. Whereas I know Statman Dave supports United. I'm not saying that he doesn't make great videos because he does. But it just sometimes it just you
can hear the voice in his voice sometimes.
You know what I mean? Like, but it's not his fault. Like, but I was watching through all of these videos. Even though I've already watched it, I was like, cool, sleep around 4. I get a call at 12. Yeah, my brother's calling me. Yeah, my brother, as you know, is a Chelsea fan. So I'm there thinking, why is he calling me even though we were after taking this player? That's because, again, my phone is do not disturb D&D. I'm gone. So I'm like, get out the phone and goes, so he doesn't want you. He doesn't want you. I'm like, what? I've literally slept about 6 hours. And now it's changed. Going to her.
This guy is a professional belly dancer. On my mum's life, this guy's a professional belly dancer. So whoever has thrown the most change, he's gonna
say that's the place to go. Do you not hear him saying about Arsenal?
It was a dream to join Arsenal back in January. We made a bid for him. Then I heard it was another dream of his to play for Real Madrid, and now it's his dream to play for Chelsea as well. How many dreams is this guy gonna have?
See, the thing is, me personally, I don't mind him wanting to chase the bag, right? Because at the end of the day, football is a job. As much as we, as fans and all that, we don't see it that way, but for them it is. I have no problem with that. My issue where now this saga annoyed me was because that time I was told that it was just Chelsea, right? It was only Chelsea. So when I'm seeing that, I'm expecting by the end of today, I should see our bid being rescinded. Because when we did the whole Jude Bellingham situation, literally we bid it. About half an hour later, the bid was gone. Bro, it was like...
Yeah, you just swept out under the wrong. Clubs start saying, "Oh yeah, we couldn't afford it. The economics, blah blah blah, all this type of stuff."
We can now see, like, okay, no, because what's the point of fighting for a player who doesn't want to be there? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Where have you ever seen that one? So I'm like, okay, there's something more than what these people are telling me. Because I kind of, when I seen that, I was my chest was in bits, bro. My chest was having to do breathing exercises and all. My heart was like, how am I getting excited? Because when I see Caicedo's going to my club, I said, we're winning the league. But then I'm seeing that he's going to Chelsea. I'm like, fuck. Then I'm seeing, okay, Fabrizio saying they're going to put in a bid to this. I'm like, okay, I'm just waiting for this bid so they can just...
Yeah, this imaginary bid, I feel, no one can tell me that Fabrizio does not work for Chelsea. I am convinced this guy does some.
I wouldn't say he works for Chelsea. The way there's some fugazi things he's been doing.
Let me just say something. You know when we signed David Raya, because when it comes to transfers, I actually wait for Ornstein to drop those bombers because Ornstein doesn't do the whole
interaction.
No. He does not give a shit. He just comes in, drops the bomb, and he goes about his day. So Ornstein is the one that came and said, yeah, we signed him on a 3 million loan fee, 27 million buy option. Never mentioned no FFP, all that kind of stuff. Why is Fabrizio tweeting, telling us that we're doing it because of FFP issues, just in case, like, so we don't get messed up with that? Bro, our wage bill is so low compared to everybody else's. Like,
compared to us anyways, because our wage bill
in the top 6, it's so low. We've gotten rid of all the big movers and spenders. Ozil earning $350 a week doing fuck all. Aubameyang wears pink Lamborghini, lay for North London derbies, all this type of stuff as well. Like even Kolasinac that was on the big contract. Pepe, we need to get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? Right, so I don't know what he started putting in the streets because of FFP and all that kind of stuff. We're not even close to it. Not even close.
I don't listen
but this
to
guy
the
just
FFP
wants to start
stuff.
putting the streets FFP. Brother, the team that you support needs to worry about FFP because how have Chelsea, if they sign Caicedo, because you only mentioned it to me the other day, if they sign Caicedo for like more than you guys, they've broken 2 British transfer records in a space of like 6 to 8 months. Yep. Do you know how? But you want to talk about Arsenal and FFP? How? Yeah, they raised funds in
just the summer gone.
Just the summer gone as well.
Like right now.
But like, what about the expenditure last season? They didn't really sell anybody last year. They just made a bunch of signings last summer.
The most recent sellings outside of this summer would have been Eden Hazard, Timo Werner. Who else?
That's like notable.
Yeah, I mean like big.
Notable,
Obviously, I know there's probably
notable people that have left. Yeah, it was only really them.
So that's what, and I think they both left for like what he left for about 100. And, I think like 110 maybe or 100 on the
Timo
dot.
left for like maybe I think it was
50, 54, 50 maybe, yeah, 55, something like that. Could be wrong now. So that's what 160, and then they spent two. So that's about like what, just under 400 mil of the 900 mil if they buy, which is still kind of crazy though.
Like
that's
in a
wild.
year.
But the thing is, what was like just kind of going back to the Caicedo situation, it was like I'm obviously seeing like, oh yeah, he's saying that he wants Chelsea. So I'm like, okay, if he's saying that he wants Chelsea, like okay, as much of an L as it is that we actually finally decided to break the British record.
You know what it feels like to me. Yeah, remember when Arsenal was linked to Thomas Lemar like time ago when he still at Monaco, when he was still hot, and then we literally spent the whole window just flirting with this guy. Literally, guys, we spent the whole window flirting with this guy. You know what we did on the last day?
That's why he did a
yeah, because it was the year Alexis was meant to go to City, but that whole thing fell apart because I think either they didn't want to pay him the wages or we were asking for too much money.
I think you were asking for too much money.
Yeah, something happened to mess up the deal anyways, yeah. And then I think when it was kind of a little bit certain that he was going to leave, we made a last minute bid for Thomas Lemar, but apparently we're already speaking to Thomas early in the window saying, yeah, we're gonna grab you, blah, 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 and then we just didn't say nothing to him for a time. And then all of a sudden, like near enough the last like week or something like that, or last
I swear it was even the last couple hours, the day before.
The last hours, you just bid 95 million out of nowhere. And even me, I was sitting at home, I was shocked. I was like, where the hell did we get 95 million from?
I remember seeing, I was shook. Because it would have been the same transfer window you signed either Aubameyang or Lacazette, one of them two you signed in that window.
I don't think it was that summer window, it was that January we signed. Oh no, it was maybe that window we signed Lacazette. I'm not too sure.
It was because I know they was close because I seen that because I remember notification.
Yeah, you guys bidding for Caicedo kind of gives me that kind of Thomas Lemar vibe, but because you guys were meant to get Jude. It was hyped up for a time that you guys were meant to get Jude, and then it just never happened. But because he told you at the start of the window, yeah, cool, I have my heart set on Real Madrid because the Real Madrid shot to me, they said they're coming, so I have my heart set. So that's probably the reason why you took that bid away quick, fast. You know what I mean? Quick, fast.
Half an hour
because you don't want it, because you only lost to Real Madrid a year ago in the Champions League final. You're not trying to get into another battle with them.
No,
this was off the pitch, and this one off the pitch, they will smoke you every single day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now with Caicedo, because you need a DM, you cannot rely. You cannot rely on Thiago or Curtis Jones or even Alexis to even try step into there. It's just not going to work.
Especially the short term, it might work, but long term, never.
It's just not going to work. No. When it gets to the nitty gritty side of the league, it's not going to work. And then when you're playing Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday, it's long.
Stop.
It's long because now what people are trying to use that as a beating stick of Arsenal, saying, "Oh yeah, they have Champions League this year. How are they going to manage that?" Bro, we had Europa League last year. And we still kind of managed that, and that was Thursday.
But Europa League and Champions League,
I know. It
depends on the group you have. Because if you have a shit group, then it doesn't.
No, I get you. I know it's a different level of competition, but at the same time, we still kind of managed to work the balance pretty well.
Do you think though? Because
we crashed it. I'm just saying because we made it through the group stages, made it to the knockout rounds, so we managed it somewhat. And then in previous seasons as well, we've gone to semi-finals, gone to finals as well. So we've kind of managed it pretty well. So Champions League, it's going to be a step up in quality. That's why we've added the step up in quality in terms of players as well. So I don't feel like it's really going to be that big of a hit to us because we've played somewhat European football within that time, anyways.
No, I heard that.
Not to even go on a tangent, but. Yeah, that's just basically what it makes me feel about the whole Caicedo situation, really.
For me, it
has that kind of like Thomas Lemar element for me from my Arsenal standpoint.
For me, I've never been in this type of situation since I've been a Liverpool supporter. The only thing that's kind of similar is in the bill for Kier, but that fell true for different reasons. It was
that was more personality.
You know what I mean? But with this one, my only things that was just kind of annoying was like I'm seeing Fabrizio, and this would have been like, so what? We submitted the bid. We'll say Friday morning, right? So Fabrizio saying, no, Chelsea are going to have a bid ready by tomorrow. So what happened Saturday, right? No bid came in Saturday. And as well, not even no bid came in on Saturday. Before remember we were each other yesterday. What did I say to you yesterday? Bid has been confirmed, I lie?
Yep.
That's what I was seeing. Who was it? That Dave O'Cop put it up. Fabrizio put up. I was like, okay, it's done. Like, obviously, I'm still kind of having a bit of hope to sign the guy, but at the end of the day, that's like, that hope is looking at like maybe 1% possibility that he's coming to Liverpool. So I'm like, whatever. Then I wake up today and I see there's no official bid again. So I'm like, hang on, who's lying now? Who's telling the truth? Who do I believe?
Nah.
Who?
No, if you guys think that I'm kind of stretching it, making the whole Caicedo Thomas Lamar kind of comparison, please let me know in the comments. But I feel like for you guys, it has that bit of that element because you need.
No, we
need a replacement,
well, especially
getting rid of Fabinho and
Hendo. Do you not hear Klopp? He was like, we weren't planning for this. Yeah. So that means coming into the summer, we were looking at maybe getting Shabasloy and McAllister and keeping the two boys, which, if I'm being honest, I could deal with that. I'm not saying that's going to win us any Premier League titles, but that's good enough.
You definitely challenge top 4 anyways.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's good enough for us to Champions League spot. So I was like, okay. But then obviously they got that 52 million, so they're like, to be fair, for 2 aging players, okay, I hear that. Okay. Coolski. But it's like, this whole situation.
Just to move from Caicedo for a second, what's going on about like Lavia? What was going on there? For you guys, because you put in 2 bids got rejected.
So my thing was with Lavia, right? I think what ended up happening was, now I could be wrong, because what I seen happen was we put in the 4th bid, which got rejected, and we were going to put in another bid. Then Chelsea put in a 48 million bid, allegedly now, because now I'm reading reports that they don't even have a bid put into place, and no one's agreed. But again, I don't know what the hell is going on at this minute. But from what people have been saying anyways, so I'm like thinking, well, I think what Liverpool did was like, okay, we're going to now go for your top target because you're going for our top target. Because again, I could be wrong because I'm not there with them, but I think that Chelsea might have looked to bid for Lavia to be like to Brighton, like, look, if you don't drop down your asking price, we can just literally go for somebody else. And who's going to pay this? Because what? City aren't going to pay this. They already have Rodri. Arsenal not going to pay it. They already freaking got Rice. Spurs, they're not going to pay it because they already have Basuma and them on there in their midfield. Liverpool, maybe, I don't know if they chose it there, but he probably did say Liverpool are not going to pay this.
They probably said, no, Liverpool, Brighton probably said, Liverpool might pay. Tom only looked at it and said,
okay, they're willing our bollocks, bro.
He said, I know John Henry, that old fool ain't doing nothing.
So I'm thinking that's why they bid for Lavia, to be kind of showing them, like, look, if you don't drop this, we're going to come, we can just get this guy instead. And I think maybe, again, I could be wrong, Liverpool seen as like, you're trying to violate. Say nada, watch this space. Because I seen a tweet that said, what's funny about this situation is, well, this is at the time when it was alleged that Chelsea had the agreed transfers with Southampton for the fee. So there were reports saying that they agreed, but the player wants to go to Liverpool. And then we have the thing agreed with Brighton, and they want to go to Chelsea. So it's like, when I seen that, I said, nah, somebody's playing games around here. Somebody's doing something.
This is actually mushroom, because this is even holding my head. Like, what is going on?
Do you know what was there? Because we both had our top targets for the summer. Ours was Levia, theirs was Caicedo. So now it was a switch of things of, okay, they put the bid for them, because I think it was the case, like I said, they wanted to show Brighton, like, look, we have other options. So if you don't give us this money for this, we'll see what we will do. But I think then Liverpool seen as like, because Liverpool, they were saying the reason why they didn't want to, they didn't believe Lavia is worth 50 million, which I agree. But I think sometimes when it comes to football, you just kind of have to like...
Sometimes you just have to pay the money.
Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously if they're saying 100 mil, then get out of my face. Get out of my face. I'm not paying that. I don't care who the hell you are.
Just like I said, Southampton trying to charge 50 mil for James Ward-Prowse as well. Part-time free kick taker, but...
Hardly.
We won't get into that one.
But it's like... I'm seeing this and I'm like, bro, what's going on, bro? Like, what's actually happening? But like, I think with the Lavia situation, it's a weird one, because realistically we need 2 midfielders, and Lavia and Caicedo would be perfect for us. But unfortunately, that's perfect for Chelsea also. Yeah. And then there's the fact that we want these 2 players at the same time. But I feel like with Chelsea, it's very unlikely if they are able to get both of them. John Henry, you know what to do. Call your lawyers. Call your lawyers straight away.
If you guys think that Chelsea and both Liverpool are being a bit petty about all this, let us know.
No, they are.
Let us know, because this sounds like a lot of tit for tat, kind of like school ground bullying right now.
This this schoolgirl behavior, bro. Think about it, right? The guy doesn't like. Let's say, first of all, what I say is true. Caicedo doesn't want you, right? But because of pettiness, because of pride, you said, "Let me leave that over on the table." And I want to see you match that, bro. Because I know you don't have the money, or your FFP is gonna get you match that, even though he doesn't want us. So you're willing just to have your money there just to annoy somebody. That's petty, bro. That is petty. Because if it's true that he doesn't want us, remove the.
He say he doesn't want me, but he gonna have me. He don't want me, but he gonna have me.
It's peak, and the fact that I always think about the time we recorded this show, it should have been done. I was thinking, yeah, we're gonna be talking about how he's gonna improve whatever team he's went to.
I'm not gonna lie to you, broski. This might drag on for a couple of days, bro. And I'm not sure if your heart can take it because I've been through this with Arsenal and all these failed transfer sagas that we've been in anyway. So this is not new to me. Even the Modric situation as well. I should have known better. I got my hopes up and I got burned. You know how pissed off I was at that time anyway.
Oh, stop! I remember.
So like I've been through this already. So my heart, I know how this goes. For you, this is a whole new territory. This is a whole new arena that you're playing in right now. So I wish you the best. I'll message you or call you in a couple of days and see how you're coping, whichever side that you might fall on.
I'm just at the moment of time. Look, just go to Chelsea because like I'd rather at least prepare for the worst.
What would you do now if you find out that he signs like a 15-year contract with Chelsea and they put him like 200 bags?
Fair play, because I'm going to tell you this now for free, right? Come to Liverpool if you want to do something with your career. If you want to make money and that's one of your priorities, obviously Chelsea you can do something with your career and make money. But I'm talking about if your main priority, you don't really care too much about the money.
Like if you want to be loved by the fans and be held acclaimed, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Go to Liverpool. If you just really, money is kind of as important as your footballing history and stuff like that, go Chelsea. And if that's what he wants,
Chelsea fans are so funny, yeah, because they'll throw all this money at Moses Caicedo, yeah. They'll retweet a picture of Moses Caicedo when he was like 14 with Chelsea jersey and call him Papa Charles. These man, they have no real true identity, so they just call anybody Papa Charles. It just shows them a little bit of love because they'll just throw all the money at him.
See, that's the thing as well. Like, remember I said, we were even speaking about this earlier, right? When you know a player, not to say to offer them like flipping chump change, right? But where the money is not the main issue. Where if I offer you, like, let's say for instance, like McAllister, right? But Chelsea probably would have offered him more money than we offered him. I think we ended up offering, maybe 200, 150 in between that range. But the fact that you're coming to us instead of going to them, you can see now, okay, now this person, he wants to be at the club. You're taking less money. Do you know what I mean? Like, same when look at Thiago. Thiago could have taken his pockets to Saudi Arabia if he wanted to. But he said, no, I'm going to try help Liverpool get back to where they were. You're seeing these people who actually love the club. You're trying to say to me, this same Caicedo, right? You think he loves Chelsea that much? If Real Madrid come with a 300k week contract, do you think he's staying?
He's gone.
Do you think he's staying? Why do you think Liverpool put in...
He's writing on paragraphs on Instagram again.
Why do you think Liverpool put in a boy out, clause in the thingy? So if a club goes for like 160, out of that 160, we give Brighton 50 million of that. Or 25 or something like that. What do you call it? Release clause? Not release clause, but it's like a... What's it called? When the sell-on clause, that's the one.
Oh, okay.
Why do you think we did that? Because we can see already. Look what his main talking points. He's not talking about Champions League. He's not talking about I want to be winning titles. Like that's not what's coming out of his mouth. Every time I hear him, well, not him, his representatives speak, it's always about Bongo. It's always about the moolah. And it's like, okay, this is the type of player that we're looking at. Yes, he can help us in the next 3 years. But like you just said, like I just said 2 seconds ago, if Real Madrid come with that 350k bag a week.
It's not even Real Madrid even have to fully come. Let them just sniff around. Let there be an interest, and his head is...
It's gone.
His head is turning faster than those people that go on Love Island and Casa.
It's even to the point...
He's gone.
If we sign, let's say for instance, on God's green earth, I don't know, God said, you know what, Clemmy, I'm going to look down on you today. He's going to Liverpool. Let's say that happens, right? I'm not going to be... on Twitter be like, yeah, he chose us. No, he fucking didn't. He didn't choose nobody, bro. We just happened to be the club that had the bid, who had the money to pay your club and had the money to pay you more than what Brighton are paying you.
Okay, serious question then. Say everything Chelsea can do.
Yeah.
Chelsea can do. you get him. Now, what is your expectation for the season for Liverpool then?
Oh, if we get him, chap, Europa League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, top 3, top 2 finish in the Premier League. That was what I would say. If we get
starting 11, everybody's healthy.
Yeah, obviously, if we get injuries, then what can we do about that? But if everybody's healthy, because look, the main issue with Liverpool at the minute is the defense. We can score goals. We have no problem scoring goals at the minute. If you've seen, obviously it's pre-season, but we'll still use it. And even towards the end of the season, we managed.
Nunes, he doing some bits in the pre-season.
Nunes, look, people don't need to worry about our attack force. I'm confident. This is how confident I am that between all of our strikers, we can easily. I think in the league alone, we can get at minimum 75 goals. Minimum. I think at the bare minimum, we're going to get that. Because we have the ability, we have players who can each, like we have Salah who can easily get you 20. I feel like this year Nunes can get us 15 to 20 as well. Gakpo can get us about 12 to 15. Jota, he could easily get us 20 league goals. People like to sleep on Jota, but Jota is
but I don't think we sleep on him. He's just too injury prone.
No. To be fair, Arsenal fans specifically, I've noticed they rate Jota because I've seen a lot of love for Jota when it comes to Arsenal supporters. Because I've seen a lot on Twitter, like every time people talk about underrated players, like every time I see Arsenal,
Jota is
rated on the Arsenal side.
Because even when he was at Wolves as well, anytime we played against Wolves, it was always be a hard game because Jimenez.
Jesus Christ, they were on crack together, man.
Do you know what I mean? Like before his head injury died, he collided with David Luiz, but he was on serious smoke at that time. You know what I'm saying?
1,000.
But no, we've always respected Jota because we've seen what he can do, and ever since going to you guys as well, he'll always grab 1 or 2 goals against us as well. Just like Bobby Firmino, we never chat shit on Bobby Firmino's
that's true.
name because we all knew.
Arsenal fans do love Bobby,
because we all knew.
Like in a weird way.
And then he'll score against us, but he was never a prick about it.
No, that's
you know
true.
You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of like Liverpool's love for Thierry Henry, man. We do love a bit of Thierry Henry.
Yeah, because he used to score some bangers.
And as well, the way he talks about Liverpool is crazy. Like, he respects Liverpool, so we respect him, man. Him and Ian Wright, man. I think they're our adoptive kids, man. If we had any, or stepchildren.
Yeah, I think Bobby's the only one that we could really take from you guys. Yeah, we like Bobby. We fuck with Bobby. The rest of them probably not.
But no, I say that if we get Caicedo, like, that's changing the whole perspective. Like, it's going away from because how the team is constructed now, let's say if we don't sign anybody, bro, we'd be lucky to finish fourth. We'd be very, I'd consider that a very surprising season. Because
I generally feel like you still need another one other than Caicedo. Because I'd like to start next side, but I wouldn't want you guys to go through what we went through last season where we didn't have enough options or depth on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Because you lost Henderson. Fabinho's gone as well. If you get Caicedo, obviously he's a Henderson, Fabinho merged into one. So that'd be great. But it's just like, God forbid anything was to happen to him. Or even say McAllister or Zobo or Big Dom, any of them was to step out, what are you going to do then?
See, the only issue where we'll have a problem is if 2 of the 3 are injured. Let's say, for instance, if it's like just Dom is injured, you can put in Curtis Jones, you can put in Thiago, and I feel like they can still do a job. Now, this all depends on the length of the injury. Like, if it's like an injury where it's like they're out for 2 months, that's not an issue. We're just assigning him. And then let's say, for instance, we sign a centre-back. But if it's like 2 or more are injured, then yeah, we are going to be royally... That's why some people are still saying we should go for another centre midfielder. And that's why there's even some talks going around now. This is very optimistic and very... if I'm being quite frank, probably delusional. But there's some talk saying that there is a potentiality that Caicedo and Lavia could go to Liverpool instead. So it's
both
of them. See, the thing is, we don't have to worry about FFP at all. If we wanted to, and if we have the money,
because that'd be like what, 160,
165 plus the 95 that we spent on the 2 boys. That would bring us up to like what, 350, and that would have been our first summer ever spending that type of money without having to sell.
But then if you
take away the 52, so that's 3.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. If you think about what net spend and everything, that's actually not a bad window. I'm not gonna lie.
Because that'll be like what, 160 for, because it'd be 110 for thinking, unless if it's 50, so that's 160, and then that's 350, and then it'll be 300 that we spend in one summer, including the player sales, which let's keep it a book. When is the last time you've seen Liverpool do that?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like we can do that if we. Now that's again if we have that money. I don't know if 110 is the limit that we have, and that's all we have. After 110, we know there's nothing there. I don't know that one, but it's just this whole saga. It's just it's
obviously.
It's
Obviously, I don't want you guys to pull that off, but if you guys did pull that off. Even the way I've been saying that, I feel like we can, as an Arsenal fan, we can win the league. If you guys do that, then I'm gonna be scratching my head.
I'll say everybody in the PL stand up. We stand up.
I'll say everybody will have to down the line because it's actually crazy.
But let me not get ahead of ourselves, man. This like we'll be lucky if we get one or the other. That's all I can say. And realistically, what's looking like now, we're probably more likely going to get Lavia and Caicedo is going to go to Chelsea. Now, if that doesn't happen and he has to go to Liverpool, then check back on me, innit? But it's just this whole saga. I just need it to end. That's just my main closing point on that. I need it to end.
Anyways, guys, if you think Caicedo's going to go to Liverpool, let us know in the comments and give your reasons why. Do you think he's going to elevate them? He's going to downgrade them? What do you think he can bring to the team? Or if he's going to go to Chelsea, do the same. Let us know what can he bring to that Chelsea team. It's a young squad, but they'll have that Spanish-speaking midfield, him and Enzo, so that could do something.
If they let Enzo just play,
you know what I'm saying?
That's dangerous.
Like without even having to ask you guys, what do you think? If he goes to Chelsea, I'm having nightmares.
Stop! Because when I thought he was going, the first thing I thought about was
imagine
Enzo.
Him sitting, Enzo floating, then Mudryk just running. Oh my god.
That's a nightmare, bro.
Oh, imagine on the counter attack.
Nah, that's a nightmare.
On the counter, oh, God.
Bro, with Nicholas Jackson and all them, nah, that's a nightmare.
Anyways, please, guys, let us know what you think. Chat to us. Let's start the discussion. But it brings us on to the next topic. Football is back.
Of course, it's
football is back.
It's beautiful having football back.
It's been great hearing Peter Drury back on the commentary.
Peter Drury
back on the commentary.
Top 10, not even top 10, the best.
Gary doing his own rubbish, whatever he has to say. Jeremy as well. You know what I mean? The love for the boys. Football is back.
Mm-hmm. It's back for vengeance, man. See the City game.
I did indeed. I watched it. It was a good game. Burnley, serious team. They did not deserve to lose 3-0, but when you have that robot, Haaland up there.
Did you see second goal?
Yeah, I saw he had no right to shoot from there.
You know, he didn't even look at the goal. Like the ball drops. As the ball drops, he's always on the ball at all times, and he just whacks it, top bins, boom. How are you supposed to compete with that?
Let's continue to get married. Guys a prick, man.
I see someone tweet goes, Haaland is such a bloke. Oh, look at me, I scored 2 goals.
Fella's so annoyed. Because he dropped the disaster class in the Community Shield.
And everybody was talking like I said this to you. I said, people allow it. We did what more we did. Now I knew that was going to score. That's what happened.
It took him 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Even when I seen it, because I was trying to watch it. Yeah. I'm like, I'm just watching. And it was even-ish for the first 2 minutes. They get into the final 3. Ball comes in. Bang goal. I looked at the time. I goes, bro, it's been 3 minutes, bro. I swear at the minute they've scored in the first 5 minutes of the past 3 seasons in the opening day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In the first 5, the last 3 seasons consecutive, they've scored in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Stars you mean to go on, I guess, and all that.
110%.
And all that jazz.
110%.
But no, Burnley really did impress me. The way they pass off from the back, that guy Trafford, the San goalkeeper, he looks good.
Who was it? I don't know. I think his name is Fletcher, their left winger. Played on the opposite side. He's the one who got like 2 of their chances.
Oh yeah.
I think his name is Fletcher. I could be wrong.
His name
could be something else, but he looked good.
Yeah.
They have a few players that look decent. To be fair,
that Van den Berg, he's solid as well.
Players that look decent. I feel like Burnley should stay up.
Burnley for me, I feel like there's no reason to kind of to worry about them getting
3-0. It is to the champions. Do you know what I mean?
You're playing Man City. Like it's kind of to be expected that, especially on the first day you just came back from the Championship, first day of the Premier League, boom.
That's how they say to acclimatise.
You have to worry about this fucking freak Haaland just running in. So I didn't really expect too much. I thought it was gonna be 3-1. That was actually my score prediction. I just needed Bruni to actually score a goal. Then when I got it right, so I actually predicted Man City to win 3-1. So yeah, City just
did what we thought it would do, and Burnley again. I feel like a lot of people just need.
It's still a bit bugging me out seeing Haaland and Alvarez in the pitch at the exact same time. I'm still not sure what Pep is trying to do with that one as of yet. I haven't quite worked it out. Like obviously is working so far. First game of the season, they won it, but Haaland and Alvarez on the pitch at the same time. I'm still kind of. I haven't seen that real link and connection between them yet.
I think maybe he's trying to have like two avenues to go to, so they're not, because maybe this season he's thinking most clubs are going to just try double Haaland.
Yeah.
So if you're leaving Julian Alvarez on his wounds, especially since he's a very good striker, I won't call him world class just yet, but he's not too far away from looking into that category.
Yeah, he's shifty as well.
No, he is. So like if you have in a situation where you have the two boys on top, because either one or two things are going to happen. Your centre backs are going to be, because you can't have your centre backs 1v1. More so with Haaland and Alvarez. So if you have a 1v1 with Thingy, unless you're Thiago Silva, Van Dijk, and William Saliba, those are the only three that I can think of that I think that can handle them 1v1. If you're not one of them three boys, you're not doing that. And if you're not, and then especially you have to, a lot of people don't realise, like, in the Premier League, obviously it's good to beat the big boys, but you are already going to be in the title challenge if you beat all this, we'll say 13, the bottom 13. If you beat all of them home and away, you are going to be challenging for the league.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I remember doing the maths where, like, imagine if you just won only your home games but lost all your away games, how many points you'd get? And you get like almost like 85, 90.
Oh, really?
Just for you winning all your home, like your home game versus the top four, but then losing all your away ones. But I'm like, what? And obviously, if then you have certain teams, because like this season, I feel like that's what we're trying to do. Because last season, what fucked us up wasn't the big games. Because if you look at all the big games, it was the small games. It was games that we should be winning.
It was the Bournemouths, it was the Southamptons.
It was the Brightons. It was all these games where I was like, what? Leeds beat us last season. Leeds.
Yeah, they bet you guys at home.
That
was a mad game.
Like,
what was the manager name at the time? What was his name? The American guy.
Jesse Marsh,
doing this down the window, down the touchline. That I'm
surprised he didn't start doing this like he's LeBron James, the Joker. Where is he now? Is he still at the job? Is he?
I think he's still at the employment center, bro. To be honest,
exactly. Stay there, you dope man. Phil, but I'm only messing. He's all right, man. But nah, I had the audacity that was vexed, but like nah.
Well, yeah, that was the Friday game, and the Saturday game. Early,
what we start off with? We start off with the Arsenal?
Yeah, it was the early game kickoff. It was meant to kick off at 12:30, but something happened with our ticketing scanner machine.
Don't trust electronics. Don't trust technology. Keep it simple. Pay with paper, bro. Okay. Have you not noticed? The same thing happened in the
Champions League final 2 years ago.
When every time you start doing e-tickets, machines not working. Codes are being maybe duplicated by accident.
These are million, billion-pound businesses and organizations. I feel like they should have the resources.
110% they have the.
If you don't agree with me, or these are multi-million companies that should be able to sort that shit out. But anyways, early day kickoff. Kicked off at 1 instead of 12:30. But no, the boys look good. I'm not gonna lie.
No, they did.
My boys look good. We're still suffering from that going up 2-0 syndrome that we seem to have, that we did against West Ham, where we went 2-0 up. This time it didn't come to bite us in the ass because we've gotten better. We've signed better players to minimize that. But like we still won pretty comfortably. But I just feel like we need to kill games. We need to whack these people.
Like you need to have that like kind of Liverpool 2019, 2020 season where like even when we're winning games 2-0, 1-0, you knew this. Once we scored, it was game over. It wasn't a case of like, I don't know. Like once we scored, it was like you need to get to that like point where I can be like, because I was seeing some shows saying that like, Arsenal can get 100 points this season. I was just like,
I wouldn't say 100. We can definitely touch 90.
Yeah,
We can definitely touch 100.
Like,
I felt 100 we'd have to be near perfect, and
I don't know if that's.
I don't think we can be near perfect for the whole entire season.
I don't think so either.
Until it happens.
Obviously.
But yeah, just even when Nottingham Forest scored as well, they didn't really do too much after that because I think once they kind of scored, we were kind of like, yeah, you just not getting the ball, and they really touched the ball after that. They try to do 1-2 counters. It literally did not work. Like we shut that shit down.
I mean, it is Nottingham Forest though.
People trying to have smoke for Kai Havertz. I think he played a good game. He didn't. Obviously, GA merchants on Twitter absolutely had a field day yesterday. They were choking themselves off the minute they seen that this guy didn't score or assist yesterday. But to be honest, he had a decent game, a good game, first home debut as well. Royce as well.
Royce played okay.
He played okay. It wasn't his best game, but he's still learning the system, getting into the team. Same with Kai Havertz as well. So I know these people are just waiting for that 007 bullshit.
Oh, bro, I had to deal with it last year with Gakpo.
So I'm kind of hoping. I'm trusting Kai that he'll get something before all that. He'll get something.
As much as I don't want to violate, I don't think he will.
He scored 2 goals in pre-season.
The thing is, what for me is, I think Caicedo will be good for you, but not in what some Twitter people want him to be good. I don't think he's going to be getting you bare goals. I think he's going to be more either going to be kind of our Shabazz-like. So I think like Odegaard is going to be McAllister keeping the tempo, creating, and he's just going to be like, because he's the type of player that 9 times out of 10 he's an average footballer. But then he has those moments like in the game, Havertz, yeah, where not even say average footballer, but it's like somebody like if they turn it on.
The thing is, he can give you a 7 out of 10 consistently, then he can give you like an 8 or 9.
Do you know what I mean? Like just where you're like, yo, he's unplayable. Because like sometimes in the Chelsea start, I was seeing him like he's drifting by players. He's just making players look foolish. So I'm like, there's obviously a player there. Like, but it's just I feel like his GA. The reason why I don't think he's gonna score in the first 7 is because of what he's asked to do, not because he's crap or anything. I feel like like these 007 stuff is actually stupid because one, the only people that should really apply to is attackers. If you're a centre midfielder and the first 7 games you don't score or assist, who the hell gives? As long as we're winning, who actually gives a shit?
Yeah. No, they were talking about us as if we lost the game yesterday. We won the game 2-1.
Yeah, but that's just
they say no, they don't want to see Thomas Partey in that right back position being inverted in. He was basically playing midfield. He was rarely a right back.
Yeah, but I think they're trying to say it in the case of against bigger teams because that's not going to work.
But that's what I told you as well. We're not going to play that formation against those big teams because that's not the formation we played against Man City. So now this season, what I'm trying to what people need to understand is Arsenal are going to go through a tactical revolution this season. You're not going to know who the fuck we're going to
meet with the boys, yeah?
Was it?
We're in the meeting with the boys. I text us, yeah?
I spoke to Tata on the phone.
Oh, Tata, not even like Tata.
I spoke to Tata on the phone. He told me the vision and the plan for this season.
He called you on me. He said you.
He didn't send me the script, but he told me the vision and the plan. He told me what to expect this season. You know what I'm saying?
So you're just letting us know insiders.
So I'm just letting you guys know.
Okay, here.
So you're not gonna know what kind of set we're gonna have next season.
Cool.
Because last season you knew what starting 11 was gonna be week in, week out. This season you're not gonna know that. You know what I'm saying?
I think why that might be a downfall is because most teams, I could be wrong again, but most teams when they win the league, they tend to have a fixed starting 11. They don't change it too often. Because I remember when we won the league,
ever since Pep in there, you don't know what a fixed starting 11 is. He just throw out whatever he throws out, and then
I think he may be a fixed 11, but then the formation in that 11 might be different per game.
Yeah,
like you maybe like some games you're having Kevin De Bruyne stretching the piss. Some games you have him tucked inside. But it's still like Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland, all this type of stuff playing on the same pitch.
You just not gonna know.
No, just see Saka's goal.
Yeah, that was
brazy, bro.
That was crazy.
That was actually too.
But let's run up a little bit quicker.
And then who else was the team after Aston Villa?
It was Villa Newcastle. Newcastle smacked
via 5-1.
Their bottom lip 5-1 yesterday. Isaac, he's looking like he's gonna blow up this year.
Baller.
And Moussa Diaby looks good for Aston Villa.
No, he does. He looks like a decent player.
I'm low-key vexed and a little bit jealous that Villa got him instead of us because Leverkusen were trying to quote us like 80 mil for this guy. So it's a little bit crazy.
But you have Thingy on the right.
Yeah, no, but we still need a replacement in case this guy comes off injured or God forbid anything was to happen to
But
Saka.
there's in flipping, what's his name? Tosa could play on the right as well.
Yeah, but he's not really a winger. He likes to drift in between the lines, kind of that false nine. You know what I'm saying? That kind of like false nine type of zone. That's what he likes to do.
No, but Newcastle look like a threat this season.
What other games were there as well?
There was the Brighton, not Brighton. Yeah,
The
Brighton Luton.
That was Luton. Luton will get relegated if because some of that defended yesterday, broski.
It was shocking. It was to the point where remember the fourth goal. Yeah, before the fourth goal went in, I even said to the team, I was like, yeah, they're conceding from this. And I didn't even watch the game. I was like,
guy was trying to take a touch in the penalty box.
The ball comes down. It was like, he had space. He controls it like this. Takes it down. And then he's looking for a pass. I'm there thinking, will you boot this ball? If it down, put it out, man. Fella then loses the ball and then they concede from it. I'm just like, this is actually funny. Sheffield as well played yesterday.
It's guaranteed Luton going down. Sheffield played yesterday. They lost 1-0 to... Who did they lose to again? That's my phone.
I swear they drew to West Ham.
Was it West Ham?
I think so. 1-1, I think.
Let me double check. I completely forgot who they were playing.
Because I know it was Everton, Fulham, Bournemouth.
Sheffield lost 1-0 to Crystal Palace.
Oh, Crystal Palace. And then Bournemouth played who?
West Ham, that was 1-0.
1-1, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so and Everton lost
1-0 to Fulham, even though they shouldn't have lost, to be fair.
Yeah, Everton had a buttload of chances, but they couldn't finish them, didn't they, to be honest.
No,
they couldn't finish them, didn't they? But yeah, that's it. That's going to be it for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. If you sat right through to the end, thank you.
You know what to do after as well.
You know subscribe. What to do. So like, comment, subscribe, do all that great stuff. It really helps us out. Again, like we like to say, it's free.
Very free.
It's literally free. Just
doesn't cost you a damn thing, man.
Just do that thing.
All you have to do is just click, boop, and you do it. Especially if you're coming back to watch us.
If you really want to as well, you can stick on the notifications as well.
You know, if you really want to,
so you know when we upload next time. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, this has been another episode. It's your boy Tobes. It's Clemo.
Out here.
See you guys next time.